Hey everyone, it's Ness. Welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another video, and today is my very third 2017 Hobonichi that I had. I had the Avec, and I wanted to do a flip through of it to show you guys. This is actually a knockoff cover of a cover that Hobonichi actually released. But for some reason this year I didn't buy a cover. I don't know why. Probably I'm gonna attribute it to just having mom guilt and feeling bad about spending money on myself. But they did have a cover like this, but I ended up getting this from like AliExpress instead. I don't know. I felt bad about spending money on myself, so I just bought the Avec, and that was it. But let's get into what's in this beauty. I've got some little gachapon machine little things from when we went to Japan, and then there's a Pokeball one. I guess I thought about like, oh, I saw these earlier when I was flipping through it, and I was like, maybe I could use this stuff, but no, like everything has to be preserved in here because I saw these and I was like, these are so adorable, I should use them. But you know what, they're just gonna stay in here as like a little memory because these were gifts from a friend, and I'm pretty sure I had the best intentions to use them and I just never did. This is from Gundam. I don't know what this is from, but Naruto, yeah, like little magazine cutouts, and then these were tapes that I got. So let's get into it. Usually the first pages are pretty blank. Have some, I used this literally once and that was it. I didn't know what to do with those. I was drawing stickers. These were like stickers that I had in my stash, and I thought they were so cute, so I would just draw one a day. Very adorable. Same with this one. These were like little teeny tiny stickers, so I just drew one a day from the sticker sheet. And then this is, oh, I have one more, but I didn't finish it. Little hamsters. They're so cute. I think I like this one, like, because it's raining and he's all dry over here, but he's too chubby to fit underneath this teeny tiny umbrella, so I think it's just cute. And then I didn't finish this one. Yeah, so sad because it's a cute little kitty cat. I'm just gonna move this down just a smidge so that way it's a little bit closer. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, and then the rest of them I didn't do anything, but I have some stuff here like boarding passes, John's Incredible Pizza ticket. This is our favorite place to eat or to go to. Some flight stuff, Korean beauty skincare. I don't do all of this anymore, but I used to be super hard for the Korean beauty skincare. I realized that it was way too harsh on my skin putting all of those products on. I have very sensitive skin, so got some tickets to SeaWorld. So if you're in the military, you can go to SeaWorld for free. They give you some complimentary tickets, and then some Disneyland tickets, which were at the time $195 for 2-day, 1 park hopper. 2-day park hopper, 1 park per day. Oh, not a park hopper. Okay. So these are cute. I wish they still did this because I would love to be able to have the tickets from when we can go to Disneyland. Just some little, what is this? Business cards. Oh, we went to the Lion store. That was pretty neat. And then these are the instructions for these nano blocks. It was a mystery nano block, and we got Caterpie and a Pokeball. So I kept the instructions in here, which is cute. I'm glad I did that. I remember actually getting this. We were in Korea, and I'm pretty sure we were in Seoul. And we went to go out to eat after. We grabbed some skincare products, and then we grabbed this for the kiddo. Oh, we also got Charmander too. I got an Apple Pencil, but yeah, we sat down for lunch and then we put them together. Some more business cards from the stuff that we went to. A little rainbow that the kid drew. The cooked rice that I was eating every single day. Yeah, we would get these from the store, and then I would just fry up an egg and put the egg on top, and it was super delicious. And that was like my breakfast, or like my go-to lunch while Johnny was working, because yeah, anyways, I'll get into it more later. But we got some Domino's, and they have like super cool recipes at their Domino's. I'm pretty sure this was shrimp and like seafood, so like fish, and I think that's crab as well. What? Yeah, crab, shrimp. Oh, why can't we have things like this? We don't have anything fun. We just have like, what? Pepperoni? Barbecue is like the extent of like extreme pizza flavor. And then McDonald's. I'm pretty sure Johnny got the bulgogi burger when we went to McDonald's. And then let's see what else we've got. A little drawing, and I'm pretty sure all of the rest of these are 100% blank because I never knew how to use them. So this year I bought this a non-boring calendar for 2017, and it was actually pretty cool. You'll see the calendar throughout the year that I started to like cut out the little pieces and then pasting them in as like ephemera. So it was very, very nice. We went to CPK. I really like the carne asada pizza there. And yeah, I went to Palmdale to visit my sister. This is my favorite pho place in Chula Vista. It's very, very yummy. I like to get good pho. We went to an escape room with friends, and this was like the card that they gave you. It was like their business card, which is very, very neat. Like, look at how gorgeous this thing is. Beautiful. We actually beat it too, so that was pretty dope. With 0 hints. Yeah. This is our favorite breakfast spot to go to, the Broken Milk in San Diego. It's like a local restaurant in San Diego. They've got like a few different spots. We saw Fantastic Beasts. We went to Shakey's. These are the little stickers that they put on every single item when you're moving through the military. So that way they can 100% make sure that you have every single piece, and then when it gets delivered, they count every single piece to make sure that you have all of your items and that nothing is lost. So it's all unique stickers. So I took some off of our boxes and put them on, because this was the year that we had to go to California, and I lived with my parents for a year. I found this picture of us going to Disneyland. This was actually Johnny's first time going to any Disney park, and that was in 2011. So we had a ton of fun doing that together. But yeah, so this was like after we found out that we couldn't go with Johnny to Korea because we had 3 cats instead of 2, just 2, and they were trying to tell us like get rid of one of the cats, like give it up for adoption, and there's no way I could ever do that with any of my cats. So we decided it was best for Johnny to just go to Korea by himself for a year. We were supposed to be there for at least 2 years. When you go as a family, you can stay longer. But since he was going by himself, he had to go for a year. Oh yeah, we went to Revolving Sushi Bar in San Diego, so we got a little sushi roll, ballpoint pen, and then these are pictures that we like redid years later, because like the first time that we actually like hung out together was when Johnny was on leave from deployment, and we took a picture in a photo booth like this, and we did all of these poses. So we redid the poses at the same exact photo booth in the mall in downtown San Diego. So it's cute, so I had to put this in here. This is from that calendar I was talking about. It's pretty neat. Hey, get your filthy little hands off this book. It's not yours, it belongs to Ness. This is your last warning. And this is from the calendar as well. Got some cute little stamps. Look at back in the day, back in the day, stickiiclub used to have unique stickers that they would seal their envelopes in. So if you see ever a circle sticker like this with a month and then a title, it's from stickiiclub. This is a little maze from the calendar, super cute, just some doodles, and then our fortunes. So your troubles will cease and fortune will smile upon you, and happy events will take place shortly in your home. I don't think I really believe that. Oh, this was my fortune and this was Aiden's fortune. Because during this time we were a little bit sad because Johnny had to leave to Korea, and it would just be, you know, the two of us. I mean, it would be with my family, but you know, it's not the same when your significant other is away in a completely different country and a different time zone. It's very, very hard. Yeah. So anything with like black and white and like this light blue is from the calendar. Very cute. This is from like a Project Life card. I started Aiden in a swim class in San Diego, so he was doing that. I like that this is like the first year when I'm like doing more journaling and focusing more on journaling over just like painting, because like in my previous ones it was more of like trying to make sure that I drew every single day. I was playing a lot of Overwatch, and it was the year of the rooster, so they made the boxes, the loot boxes, like with fireworks and the rooster on it, so I had to draw it. Ready to go full hog. That's what Roadhog says when he uses his ultimate. And then this is a little Petchy lantern that I drew on an envelope, and then I ripped it out and put it in here. This is from the calendar. It was like you could cut it out and fold it and make it into like a little box for pets, but I just put it in here and made it look like all of these little guys are, you know, standing outside of the building. This is from the calendar. Oh, this is from the calendar. Here's a gift idea for a landloper. Maybe some trail mix. Don't open this card. You had one job. True, I did have one job. I should not have opened it. Very cool calendar. I wonder if they still make this calendar because it's very neat. Lucky foods to eat to celebrate the New Year. And I do like it that it is every single day is completely different, so that's cool. Did a doodle a day for February. I don't know how good I was at keeping up with these. I think maybe, look, I think I just did 3 days and that was it for this one. But, you know, you try. These are from the little calendar. We had some ramen, and then I went to go to the LCS, which is the League of Legends Championship Series. So this was my wristband for it. It was pretty cool to see. I got to see my favorite team, which is C9, play, and then they had some pretty good food. I wrote a little letter to the kid in here, and it's been sealed this entire time, and I don't plan on opening it. We did our passport stuff, and it was a very, very long, stressful day. I remember that, being very, very stressed out, and we enjoyed some cookies at Nestle Toll House afterwards to kind of like treat ourselves. We went to In-N-Out this day, so I ripped up some of the bag and put in here. And then we went to Chick-fil-A. I know it's Chick-fil-A, but I like to call it Chick-fil-A because it's more fun. So I ripped up some of the bag and put it on here. This is when I got my HP sprocket, so I was able to print out some pictures. So the kid in the car looking super cute and then just being like a little goofball. And then this was from the calendar. You call the shots, cross out all the things you don't like. So back then I did not like dusting, medicine, coffee, football, sunburns, sweating, shaving, and being tickled, which I think my tastes have remained the same. I do not like any of those things still. Valentine's Day, but of course we are separated and had to spend Valentine's Day alone. This is from stickiiclub. This is their vintage one. Very cute. So that month it was Journal Lover. Oh yeah, I liked that. I liked that they always sent like a different stamp whenever you got your order. So that was very cute. So this month was a little butterfly, and we watched Up. Had some pizza on this day, so that's cool. I spent Valentine's Day with the kids. No sleep and then having to go to school. Fun stuff. This was foodie day for February. And then this was the kid and I were watching, I think, MasterChef Junior. And he was really enjoying seeing the kids cooking. And it's neat because you can, with the sprocket, you can put like little writing on it. So I wrote, silly boy is always silly. We went to swim class and then had some tea. And then I like people who smile when it's raining. That's true. Because I love the rain. So if other people like the rain, then I think I like you. Got to note to self, relax. I'm pretty sure I was very stressed out. It's always very stressful, like leaving and moving, and then yeah, just everything changed. And then of course being away from each other is very, very hard. So yeah, speed up time please, because I just wanted the year to be over so we could be back together. And then I was having like sleep issues. I couldn't sleep, and I drew a little Anna ornament because at the time I was really loving playing Anna in Overwatch. She's the healer and she's sniper and she's senior, so she's very cool. And then it's my mom's birthday today, so we went out to eat, and we like to go to Broken Yoke, like I was saying before. And the shopping area is really pretty. They have an area where it has like a little koi pond, and there's like fishies in it and stuff, and there's also turtles too. And then for this, this was from the calendar, and I just colored them in like our cats and then put like little quotes. So Leo, I like to poop on the floor and pee in the bathroom. That's true. He would pee in the shower. It was tough because when we went to live with my parents, we basically had to stay in one room, and they put a door to cover it, and it was basically the bedroom and then the bathroom. There was a bathroom down there, and then the laundry room. So that was like where the four of us stayed, meaning like me and the cats, and then Aiden had a room upstairs. But it was tough because they had to stay in the room because my mom had two cats of her own, and we didn't know how they would like interact with each other. So we just kept them separate from the entire time. But yeah, it was rough. And then Rogies is, I like to chew and eat plastic. He didn't really eat it. He would just chew on it until he got your attention and get you to do what he wanted. And I'm Hobbs. Hobbs Kitty was a little bit of an airhead. He was like the stereotypical orange cat where he was kind of dumb, but like very, very lovable. So that's why he just doesn't have any thoughts. And I'm Hobbs, that's it. We went to In-N-Out, and the kid decorated, the little sticker sheet. You can ask them for stickers if you go. You don't have to just be a kid, but usually they just hand them out to kids. But you can ask for them if you want one. I was crocheting, and of course I spelled crochet incorrectly. I tried to fix it, but that totally looks like a double T. Got his Christmas Santa picture, and I put it. And then March's winner is for our wedding anniversary. So it was 5 years being married on the 1st, so this day. So we had to spend it apart again. Another year spending it apart. But I took Aiden to the park, a really nice park, and they had very fun slides. And we got some donuts. This is from the calendar. A new season of Overwatch came out, so I just wasn't playing. I wasn't journaling as much, so I was playing more video games. So I just pasted this in to use up all of the space. And then I didn't do anything. I think I started drawing like the Switch controllers, and then I was like, yeah, I'm over this. We watched Moana, and then I got my golden gun for Sombra. Sombra was like she's the hacker in Overwatch, and I loved her so much. She's got like a sassy, feisty attitude. So that's like her little symbol that she uses when she's hacking the system. Lots of Project Life cards and stickers. We went grocery shopping. I didn't really fill this one in, but it's okay. Got some more yarn to crochet with. We went cosmic bowling, and then we also went to IKEA, which that was Aiden's favorite store in Maryland, was IKEA. So being able to go to it here in San Diego was a lot of fun. And then drew up some meatballs and some pie. I'm very sleepy, and I guess I was sad. This little girl is from, at the time they made like a little pamphlet for Hobonichi. So I cut her out and put her in. We went shopping, drew some flowers, very cute. Another stickiiclub sticker. And then I thought I was getting sick. Maybe I do end up getting sick. Painted up more flowers, a mossy log. First day of spring. And then, the kid ended up getting sick. So he was downstairs with me. He didn't want to be alone. Of course, who wants to be alone when they're sick? That's very sad. But I took a picture of him. He was very, very hot. He was running a temperature, but he didn't want to like not have a shirt on. So I gave him my Star Wars tank top to put on so that way he could be cozy and just sleep. Like, he looks a little red because he was just running such a high temperature. And then, see, these are the Eggs Benedict that I really like from Bokenyoke. They're called Border Benedicts, and they're so good. Oh, I love them. They've got, I think they use an English muffin for the bottom, because some of them, they have different stuff. And then it's ham, and then tomato, and then there's avocado on it as well, and then they top it off with sriracha, and it's so good. And they do a good job cooking it properly, because sometimes some places just don't cook them. They cook them too much, so then it's just like a hard-boiled egg. And you want that runny yolk when you get a Benedict. We went to the mall this day and we took silly pictures together, and I must have looked super fugly in this one because I covered it up with this ticket, but I didn't want to cover up his little beautiful face. And then I let him we did the little train ride that they have in the mall. I like this one because it has like the little kitty border. You could pick like from different borders, and of course we picked the kitty cat one. Got him a little garden caddy because he wanted to garden in the backyard. And we went to a pond near my mom's house and we walked it, and he liked looking at the little duckies. Very cute. I gotta cover this up. And then I got a letter from my friend Mary, and I had a Korea checklist of all the things that we need to take when we go to Korea. And a little note from Mary, and then bring it in for a 2-person huddle. Need a hug. That's like a manly way of saying that you want a hug. So it's cute. Started doing like these little borders with like the mild liners and stuff. Today was wand. Oh, okay, so this was Magically Magic list. I stayed more on top of this. I didn't do some, but it looks like I did a lot more. So for this day it was dragon, so I did an iguana because it's like our IRL dragon. And then wand, I had to do Sailor Moon because she's like beautiful and the best. And then the sorting hat and an owl. And I guess at this time I was playing Hearthstone, and that was the card pack that you would get for the game. It's all digital card packs, but I liked this one because it looked like dinosaur themed. I painted up an owl, and then these are from the card that Mary had sent me, so I had to cut it out and then put it in here. She had a little dog, and she would always doodle the dog as a little pig, and it was the cutest thing. Spellbook. This is actually Mercy's spellbook in a skin that she has, and it was my favorite skin to use for her because it was Witch Mercy, and she looked so beautiful in that skin, so I did her spellbook. And this was when we took the kid to a Thomas the Tank Engine event in California. He was very, very obsessed with Thomas the Train, or Thomas the Tank Engine, I guess I should say. So it was neat because you got to go on like a bunch of like different trains, but the special one was you got to go on Thomas and ride in Thomas. So that was pretty neat. Now, this is Sir Finley from World of Warcraft. We went to a thrift shop in San Diego. Pretty cool. I'm pretty sure I found some good stuff there. I know I found one jacket that was like army like jacket that was pretty neat. I actually gave it to Aiden this year. I've had it this whole time, but I lost style with it. My style has changed from that, so I gave it to him instead. We had some Chinese food. I drew a little goblin. This is a health potion, a cloak. Playing tons of Overwatch. I was obsessed with Overwatch. We had Pokey, and then we went to John's Incredible Pizza. I'm telling you, John's was like our favorite. I'm so sad they closed down because we loved going there. You could eat unlimited pizza at the buffet, and I mean, they had like a bunch of different versions, and my favorite was the spicy peanut butter pizza, which sounds disgusting, but it was so delicious. They also had a nacho cheese pizza, which was super good too. They just had like different varieties. There's still John's Incredible Pizza in California, just nowhere that's like convenient for us to go to. So it makes me sad because this one was like close by to my mom's house. And it was just fun because there was something for everyone to eat. And yeah, they had like a huge salad bar, and then they had like different food too, like pasta. They had one area that was like all desserts, cookies, cakes, cheesecakes. They had ice cream. It was, oh, the best. I miss it so much. I miss it so much. But yeah, I did some pumpkin juice for that day. This was the loot box at the time for Overwatch. I'm pretty sure that was like an event, but I don't remember what the event was called. Stickiiclub, it was Spiky Creature Month for, I'm pretty sure, Pop or Cute. Did a witch, oh, this was witch, so I did like a mushroom. I don't know. They could use that in their brew, and then it was a busy day, so I just did like a very quick painting. And then we went to Korea, and we went on Korean Air, and that was like ace. Super awesome. Very good, very good. It's going to South Korea, so I pasted in all of our stuff here, and that's the kid looking out the window with his Tony Bear, which he never left home without him. First place we went to was this K barbecue place, which was so good. It was so delicious, and the owner was the sweetest thing ever. Got some seaweed crisp, and then I took a picture of Johnny bringing in Aiden to his apartment, and he was sleeping, and it was just the sweetest thing ever. I loved their like little relationship that they had when he was little. They were like best buds, these two. And I miss it so much because it was so precious. It would make me so happy seeing these two like hang out together. But yeah, it was like one of the rare moments when he falls asleep in your arms. So I had to capture it. This was the playground in the apartment complex, and it was very, very nice. So we went outside to go play while Johnny was at work, because Johnny lived in Korea for, you know, the entire year. He needed an apartment because they didn't have any rooms available. So he got kind of lucky because it made it so that way he got paid to live off of base. And then it made it so that way we could go visit him, because if he had to live in the barracks, we wouldn't have been able to go for 3 months. This was some packaging from a restaurant that we went to. Space Journey for stickiiclub. I did a rug, a magic rug, and then a toad. And then while we were in Korea, we started him in Taekwondo. And he looks so cute in his little outfit. I love it so much. Did a broomstick. I'm amazed I kept up with this while we were in Korea. I mean, it was like just being at home with each other a lot of the times. But yeah, I'm happy that I kept up with it, because these times are so special. And that's why I really like journaling. Because like these are all like memories that we had together, and they would be lost because like I wouldn't have like this much detail if I didn't have my journals. We went to a Filipino restaurant and we bought like a ton of lumpia. Oh, so good. And then this was from packaging from some food that we got at the convenience store. Those were my glasses at the time that I was wearing. My sunglasses. I was very into like retro. Oh my gosh, this picture is so cute. Okay, so his little face is very, very, very proud. They were practicing board breaks, and he started with one, and I think like this was like 10 boards that he had to break, and that was his little face after he did it. It was the cutest thing. He did it, he broke through all of them, and then he was so proud of himself that he like started jumping up and down and like, yeah, he like went yeah, and then started clapping, and then he saw like all of the parents laughing and like cheering for him, so then he turned around and he did that face and that pose with, you know, like that victory pose. I don't know, it just looked very anime. Like I imagine an anime character doing that. Yeah, but it was cute because the little kids started clapping for him as well. It was very adorable. I love it so much. Got a Pokemon card, did a spell. Ooh, I like that. Very messy and simple, but you know, it captures the curse. And then a lucky cat. We painted up Leo, but look at this bled through. So I'm pretty sure these were the Zig brush pens. They did not like to be watercolored on the other side, because then they would bleed through, I guess I should say. This is a pretty mirror. And then, yeah, I didn't do this. That's okay. I did others. We got some soju. That was super yummy. That was the first time I had it. Very minimal mild liner. See, I want to see when I started like actually like plastering the pages with color. Because right now it's like, it's got a lot of stuff, but then it's still very plain. For my standards now. Oh my gosh, it's Tony's birthday. So Tony we got from Build-A-Bear on, well, May 6th is when he was like born. Because when you go to Build-A-Bear, you can get a birth certificate for your bear. And bears were very, very important for me growing up. So I knew I wanted to have a bear for my kiddo to love and to cherish. And I'm so happy that he loves his bear so much. It makes me so happy. Ugh, just seeing this little like relationship blossom. And I know it's just a bear, but it's totally a relationship where, you know, it's just love. It's love, so much love between these two. So we had to celebrate his birthday. So we got Tony a cookie cake, and like he's just so happy to be celebrating his bear. And yeah, it makes me happy. Seeing this kid happy makes me so happy. On this day we watched episode 1 of The Phantom Menace, and it was really nice at the apartment because we would push the family room was really big, so we'd push the coffee table out of the way, and then we'd set up a bunch of blankets and pillows on the floor and just watch TV, and it was very nice. Some more crochet stuff. This was like a little critter that Aiden made. It's very cute. And why did you give me a sticky donut? Oh my gosh, I was so proud of myself that I was actually doing quotes back here. I thought I wasn't doing quotes, but I guess I did. So I gave Aiden a donut for breakfast, and apparently its sticky level wasn't to his liking. Okay, alright, well that's good to know. He did not like his sticky donut. Oh, this was Mother's Day, so I took a picture. I like to take pictures like from behind him to like kind of see his growing process. He's like as tall as me now, so I can't do that anymore. We watched episode 2, Attack of the Clones, this day. And this day was kiwi, so I did it in both fruit and bird form because kiwi birds are so cute. And did you know that their eggs are like super massive? You should check out the size comparison from like a kiwi to like an ostrich bird. It's very surprising. I didn't think it was that big, because when Aiden told me that they lay massive eggs, I was like, there's no way, they're like little tiny babies. But yeah, this day we went to this restaurant. This was in I think this was when we went to Seoul, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe, I don't know. We went to the Lion store, which was really neat because they had these really cool setups that you could sit down in and take pictures. So we have a bunch of pictures where they're like this with like the characters that are like life size, and it's all very cute. My favorite one is they had a setup where it was like a table and there was a bunch of food on it, but it's like fake cartoon food, and it just looks so cool and I love it. I was having him do homework, poor little guy. He would have a workbook and then he would have to do like 1 sheet a day. Just painted some food. And then this day, I don't know, we didn't do anything, but I just put a picture. And then this day, the kid had to go to the hospital because we had gone to Chili's the night before, and he was coloring with the crayons this day that he got from Chili's, and I was doing the dishes, and he freaking stuck his crayon up his nose, and the tip broke off like super high up his nose. So we had to take him to the hospital because I couldn't get it out. He was like freaking out, panicking, and it was like such an ordeal because we went to the base hospital, and because Johnny was only stationed there and we were visiting, it was kind of like weird. They didn't know what to do with us because we weren't on record being stationed in Korea. We were just visiting. So it took a little bit, but thankfully they let us get seen on base for him, and he was not having it, so he had to get sedated so they could pull out the foreign object. So that's the reason why I call him Red, and why like all of his gamer tags have red in it, because he stuck a red crayon up his nose when he was 4 years old. I guess all things considered, that's like the worst thing that he's done. That's like the most adventurous thing he's done, was stick a red crayon up his nose. So I think I got off a little bit easy with him. So I liked this picture of Johnny. Poor Johnny. I I remember calling him while he was at work, and I was like, get home right now. I was like freaking out, and I was so upset. And yeah, he rushed home, so that's why he's still in his uniform, because yeah, it was a Monday. Good start to the week. I started painting pictures, but I was like working more with like thicker lines, so that was cool. I actually really like this a lot, having the thicker lines. So I did more. Oh, I really like this lettering. I need to do this for a quote one day, because it looks clean. We watched episode 3 this day, and we went to go get some ice cream, and the people in South Korea were so sweet. Everyone was like very nice, and I think it was because of him, because they would see him and we would always have people come up to us and tell us how adorable he was. And I remember we got him this ice cream, and an older gentleman saw that we didn't have any napkins, so he came up to us and he offered us some napkins from his like stash that he had in his bag, and his it was like a front facing like crossbody fanny pack, so he gave us some of his napkins. That was very sweet. And then he told us that he thought he was really cute, so that was sweet. Did some more drawings of food. Oh, I like that mango. I like the gradation. It looks nice. Not to toot my own horn. And then I did a Danish. My favorite type of Danish is a cream cheese Danish. Very good. And then, of course, a passion fruit, which looks like somebody hollowed a fruit out and puked in it. French toast, pomegranates. This month was sea creatures for Hobonichi challenge. I didn't finish these. That was supposed to be mint chocolate chip, of course, because that's my absolute favorite. Got some sunscreen. I think sunscreen. No, this is not sunscreen. This is a face wash. We went to Seoul this day. Okay. Oh yeah, see, this is when we went to Seoul Tower, and we took the cable car up to go to Seoul Tower. So we got some stickers. These are like stickers from Seoul Tower in the gift shop that's up here. Very cool. So we also got a lock and we put it up there. It's probably no longer there, but we took a picture next to our lock, and then this is us just hanging out on the bench next to it. And then the kid and Johnny had to get a picture of like both of us with it. That day we actually sat up at the top and we had lunch up there, which was really nice. Very beautiful. Oh, so gorgeous. The view is so gorgeous. I love it. Did some more paintings. A little orca, some food. Oh, yummy. I think I was drawing like the things that we were eating. I didn't eat lobster though. Funnel cakes, get your funnel cakes. Oh, so on base they had a place where you could get funnel cakes. So this morning we went and we got some funnel cakes and they were really good. More food, whale shark, Christmas tree worm. Oh, I like this walrus, omuro rice. And we went to go see Cars this day. So I printed out the movie poster for it. I think it was Cars 2, maybe? Or 3. I'm not sure. It was one of them. And then Father's Day. Ah, I love this picture so much. It makes me happy. Yeah, these two were like identical. They would even do like the same face. Like this isn't them saying like, hey, let's do the same face together. They're just doing the same face together. Yeah, without even knowing it. Drew up some tempura. Oh, I love the way this yakitori looks. I like the line work that I did for these. Some ramen, some mochi, and narwhal. Oh, so cute. So these are from the Hobonichi challenge. I like this, that I made it like rainbowy. It's pretty. This day we went to the beach and it was very nice. And I'm wearing a shirt because I don't wear like 2 pieces or anything like that. I'd be way too embarrassed. But I had a one piece that I bought at the exchange because I didn't take a swimsuit with us. So it's a one piece, and then I bought like shorts because I'm also like embarrassed to show like any amount of skin. But I thought a one piece would be okay, but when I looked around, everyone, like all the other women, they were wearing shirts on top of their bathing suits, so I didn't feel comfortable removing my shirt because no one else was wearing it. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna copy what everyone else is doing. I don't like to bring attention to myself, so there was definitely no way I was gonna bring attention to myself by showing more skin than I needed to show, so I kept it on. But the kid had fun. We also went to the base, and Aiden got to go hang out in the helicopters because Johnny worked on helicopters and stuff, so got to hang out and pretend like he's a pilot, but I wrote I don't know what I'm doing because he looks like he's so scared. And then we've got some more food, got some onigiri and an oyster, and then I didn't do anything. I thought this was funny because we were talking about getting a dog when we are settled in our next station. We decided on the only breed option of German Shepherd, and the name would be Reinhardt. Which, Reinhardt? Okay, Reinhardt's a character in Overwatch, and yeah, well, you guys know that did not stick because our dog's name is Spencer. Yeah, these are the yarns that I was using at the time, and then all of this is empty. Oof. That one took a long time. I apologize. I don't know what I spilled on here, but I spilled something on here, so that's why it's got like yucky yellow. These are all empty, just taekwondo. Yeah, I never knew what to do with these. I was making like Project Life books, so I had like how much it would cost to make them. And then I was playing Harvest Moon, so I was like writing down what they all liked, but I just did 3 and that was it. We've got some gachapons that we got from Japan, and then I got a gift card. And then look at, I left a sheet of stickers in here, but now I kind of just want to leave them here. I could use them, but I don't know. I feel like that's like part of a memory, so I'm just gonna keep it in. The kid did robotics. This was the menu for his school lunch at the time, so you can see what American lunch is if you're not from the States. So they got to choose between popcorn chicken, taco salad, quesadilla, and then pepperoni hamburger, mac and cheese, orange chicken, Mott's crunchers, so I think those are like mozzarella sticks, and hot dogs, or cheese pizza, chicken drumstick, and fish tacos, and brunch for lunch. That's what I'm talking about. So sausage and waffles, corn dogs, and burritos. Yummy. And then nothing for these, because yeah, I didn't know what to do with them. This is why I don't use these, the Avecs, anymore, and I just use the notebooks, because all of these pages is just wasted pages. But this is when we went to Japan. This was on June 29th. I don't know why I did it this way, but I did. Oh, I think maybe because I didn't want to take my hobonichi with me to Japan, so I just started it in here. But yeah, this was like the very first restaurant that we went to when we were in Japan, and I remember it because it was very, very pretty. It was, the walls were lined with plants, and there were plants everywhere, and they had like soft music playing, and they had fountains. It was so gorgeous. I loved it so much. But yeah, I really liked the walls because they all had just a lot of foliage. And then this was the tape that I got from the Pokemon Center. Oh, so cute. I used this one all up. This was my favorite tape. And then this was for my birthday. So I wanted to go to Itoya, so we did that. And then I got like some stickers and then Traveler's Factory. Put some stamps all over the place, and we got some ramen. And this was my 30th birthday, which is so awesome that I got to spend my 30th birthday in Japan. And we went bowling, and they had a competition, and whoever got a strike won, and I ended up getting a strike. So very, very cool. This was the Hobonichi challenge, and we went to the Gundam Cafe. We were only there for like what, 4 or 5 days, something like that. But yeah, we went to the Gundam Cafe because Johnny really loves Gundam and Gundam Wing, and this was like all of the tapes that I got. This one's really cute. This is at the cafe. He got like a coffee with a Gundam on top of it, and then I got this tape. And then that was my food. I got the omuru rice, and it was very good. Oh my gosh, I think about this thing all the time. So delicious. And then this is us heading back to Korea, and I got this tape. And I wish I was like more into Traveler's Notebook when I was there, but I didn't get anything from there, which was so sad. But you know what? It's okay. I tried to do Jupiter in a painting for here. Didn't journal this day, but then got back into it. This was from the bag from Traveler's Notebook, so I put it on here. And then this was for an anime that we were watching, which was really cute. And then this was a My Bowl wrapper, which that's what I was trying to think about the other day. I couldn't figure out what this is called that I gave to my sister-in-law to try. It's a My Bowl. Very yummy. So I drew it in here. And then I was like, I didn't want to leave. I was very sad because we just had a week left, and Doomfist came out. Got a Gundam in here for Johnny. More Gundam tape. Princess Jasmine's my favorite like 90s princess, so I drew her up. And then this is Johnny's birthday, and we were watching We Bare Bears, and I always say that this is like the three of us, where I'm Ice Bear, Aiden is Grizz, and then Johnny is Panda. I don't know what is going on here. It's fugly. I'm pretty sure this is when we were going home, and I don't know, I was just sad, so I was just like doodling people that we were seeing. So yeah, this was when the kids started school. It was very, very short. Like, we got back and then he started school, which was bad. It was very bad because poor kid was jet lagged. And it was not fun. And not to mention, his teacher was a witch. She was the worst. She was like not a kinder teacher. Like, they're supposed to be sweet and kind. And she was just very mean. Very, very mean. Oh, we got, this was the June pack. Cute. Yeah, I miss when they did this, these cute little stickers. But I guess now they do changes to envelopes, so that's cool. And Sundays. Oh, so cute. I put a little bow tie on him. This was when I was like trying to like cut out scraps and stuff from magazines. But then it became, I mean, as time went on, it became harder to use them. But maybe I should just do it like how I do in my memo book, where I just pop them in the memo page and then grab it and put it in. We went to downtown on this day, and it's so cute. Like, if you can see in this picture, he has Tony on his backpack. Build-A-Bear used to make these cute little backpacks where you could put your Build-A-Bear in, so he could carry him around with him. I was gonna do a Dr. Who blanket, so I wasn't journaling much, but I was like designing what the characters would look like. And then I was like, oh no, maybe I should do a Overwatch one, because I love Overwatch so much. So I did like Mercy, Reinhardt, but yeah, that never panned out. Just more days, 10 more days, and then Johnny would come to visit, so that way he could spend Aiden's birthday with him. And yeah, very, very cute. Had a bad day this day, so that's not good. Summer games happened for Overwatch, so that was the loot box they made. Wow, the cute little red panda. My Pokemon tape. I didn't have very many tapes back then, so that's why like you keep seeing the same tapes used over and over again. I was going to school and taking like a science class. August for Sticky Club. This was me deciding what I wanted for Hobonichi, and I didn't journal for his birthday because I was like so focused on his birthday. That's lame. So back then I wanted a cover on cover, and it was only $3.93, and then folders, which were $4.22. A pencil board was $2.95, and then I wanted the Avec Cat Trio, which was like one of the more expensive covers, and yeah, it was one of the more expensive covers, and it was $77.44. So my total would have been $88.54, and then I wasn't sure if I wanted the photo album or not, but it was $3.74. Got some school pictures. Nothing here. I think I was like so consumed by Johnny visiting from Korea that I just wanted to spend every moment possible with the boys instead of journaling. So I ended up picking up later on when he asked to leave. This was mismatch day, so sent him with like mismatched socks and stuff and shoes. And then it's too hot to want to do anything. Ugh. It was the worst. The room downstairs at my mom's house was the hottest ever, and yeah, I didn't like it. No AC too, so it was like miserable. Bad day. Just started drawing more animals, which I love. I really need to get back into painting. Oh, and this is the day that I got my Hobonichi order. That was the cover that I got for the following year, and it's so pretty. So I put that in here. Now, normally I would save this and then put it at the front of the Hobonichi. So yeah, I was too excited. I put it at the in the day that I got it. Sticky Club. This was the stamp that they sent. The evil queen. And then my dad would try to get Aiden to say Viva Mexico, and Aiden would just say USA, USA, USA. I don't know what happened to my face. I had like an allergic reaction to something, but I had like a bunch of red bumps. So I put the like little parrot, and my face is killing me. And I was just drawing like little characters. I don't know, I wasn't even wanting to do anything. Not even a 6-stack of Pro Mercies can res the community. I thought that was funny. It's finally fall, the best time of the year. Just doing random doodles because I don't know. I'm living in filth. And then yeah, I was just like doing little doodles. This is a YouTuber that does drawings like this, and I don't know, I was not in like, I don't know, my headspace was kind of like meh. So I would just like draw what she was drawing, because seeing her drawings brought me happiness, so I would just draw them in here so I could go back and look at them. That's another one of her drawings. Same with these guys and this. I was like obsessed with watching her videos. And I got some Erstweiler. And then yeah, see, I was having a rough time. Being alone, like, is hard. Because, you know, it's like the kiddo is missing his dad and he's not there, and it gets tough, you know, like having to explain like daddy's not going to be home for a while, and then especially at like 4 and 5, it's hard. Yeah, then I kind of fell off, and I'm telling you, this is like always when I would like stop journaling, was from October to December. So I didn't do anything. Oh, it's so bad and it's embarrassing, but you know what? It is what it is. And look at what my kid said to me. I like your hair, but maybe it needs a little brush. Wow, sometimes and be your own people, man. I guess that's like a good one to end off on, is my 5-year-old child throwing me shade about my hair not being nice enough. Because yeah, there's nothing for December. This is Bastion from Overwatch, and then more yarn. But that is it. Nothing in the back hidden away for my third Hobonichi. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching me show you what was in my life, what was going on in my life in 2017, and how I captured it in my journal. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and if you like these kinds of videos, I'm going through like all of my old journals. So yeah, if you like them, you can stick around, subscribe, and see how the other ones turn out. It is very neat to see like how my journaling has evolved over the years, and yeah, seeing what things like stuck and what I changed. I don't know. It's just a lot of fun. I love it. I love Hobonichi and I love journaling. But yeah, that is it for today. I hope you have a really fantastic day, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right, bye.